So you're from the US and looking to buy a property in Whistler, but you're feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed. Buying a property in Whistler can be confusing and there's not a lot of advice out there, so it's hard to know where to start. Well, this video is for you. My name is Dean Linnell. I'm a real estate agent in Whistler, BC, and over the past 25 years, I've helped hundreds of American buyers just like you get into this mountain resort real estate market here. And in that time, a lot of my clients told me they wish they had a video like this right at the start. So today, I'm going to give you a roadmap of everything you need to know to start the process. This is not an exhaustive list, but it's a great start. If you watch this video and learn anything new, all I ask is that you make sure to give this video a like so it helps the algorithm show it to more people and we can help more of you get on the right track and into the Whistler property market. And if you need a pro that really knows what they're doing here, just go into the first link in the description below and book a call with me. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you here, so let's get right into it with just the 5 main points you need to know. Your first question is probably, are Americans allowed to buy property in Canada? Yes, you are. There's just a few nuances you need to know about up front. When looking at your real estate options online, you have to understand the difference between residential Phase 1 and Phase 2 properties, as well as what you can do and what you can't do with each type. You can click on up to the right for another video that gives you a deep dive into this, but let's give you the overview right now. If you're looking to do Airbnb, VRBO, or any other kind of nightly rentals for income on your property when you're not using it, there's only a few locations around Whistler where that's allowed. Now, this doesn't apply to renting out your property for more than 30 days like you would if you had a 6-month lease with a tenant, for example. So, these nightly rental zoned locations are Whistler Village, Blackcomb Benchlands, Whistler Creekside, and a few other random locations throughout the valley, such as out at Nicholas North in the clubhouse there, or on Murfield Crescent, there's some homes there, and also at Cadenwood up above Whistler Creekside. So basically, all the properties in the aforementioned locations are called Phase 1 zoned properties. Now, specifically in Whistler Village and at Blackcomb, you've got condo hotels such as the Four Seasons, the Pan Pacific, the Westin, Whistler Peak Lodge, and a few others. These are called Phase 2 condo hotels. These restrict owner use to only 28 days in the winter and 28 days in the summer. This enables the management to be able to run it as a hotel. If you were to come and use it more than that, then it wouldn't be much of a hotel, would it? It makes it hard for the management to have the rooms available for guests. Now, don't worry, you don't have to use all your 56 days per year in these condo hotels if you don't want to. You just tell the management that you want to put it in the rental program and they'll handle all the details and you'll get the rental income minus management fees and expenses. More on that in this video up to the right. Number 3 is the financing piece of the puzzle. If you need financing, you must get a mortgage in Canada and not from a US or foreign bank. And in conjunction with that, the general rule of thumb is that you're going to need a minimum of 25% down for a standard residential or Phase 1 property and up to 40% down for a Phase 2 hotel condo. Now, all of this depends greatly on your own financial picture, so it's super smart to consult with one of my trusted local Whistler mortgage brokers for guidance. For advice on that, just hit me up at my cell number in the description below. The 4th point is the Underused Housing Tax, or UHT. As a foreign owner of a property in Whistler, you or your spouse must use the property personally at least 28 days per year, or you're subject to a 1% tax based on the property's assessed value or its most recent sale price, whichever is higher, as of the end of the calendar year. And you can't fake it. I had a client from Seattle recently who was audited by the Canada Revenue Agency, and they actually checked his receipts to see what days he purchased gas or went out to restaurants in Whistler so they could verify his personal use days. This isn't an issue if you plan to use your Whistler property quite often, but it can be a problem if you're buying purely for investment with little intention of coming to Whistler to enjoy the place. As of the current date of this video, There's strong ongoing local lobbying against this tax in Whistler, so it could possibly be repealed in the coming months and years, but for now, it's definitely something to consider. For number 5, you may have heard that there's a 20% foreign buyer tax in Canada. That is true, but it does not apply to the purchase of real estate in Whistler, so you can forget about that one. It only applies to the more urban centers in Canada. Beyond these 5 main points, there's still a bit more to the picture when buying property in Whistler, and we can always grab a call together if you'd like to discuss your personal situation. My number is in the description below, but that's the main 5 points you need to consider for now. I'll catch you in the next video.